Russia's full control of Luhansk, shifting tides in eastern Ukraine conflict and diplomatic moves. Bold move. As Russia announces complete control over Ukraine's Luhansk region, the dynamics of the conflict take a dramatic turn. But here's where it gets controversial. While Moscow declares victory, many question the reality on the ground. On Tuesday, Leonid Pasaschik, the appointed Russian governor of the Luhansk region, confidently proclaimed that the territory of the Luhansk People's Republic had been fully liberated. But not everyone's convinced. Russian military correspondents countered by stating that 2 villages are still under Ukrainian control, pointing out that Luhansk was previously declared captured in 2022, only to be partially reclaimed by Ukraine during a counteroffensive later that year. So, while Russian forces have certainly made progress, the full scenario remains more complex than it appears. A new blow to Ukraine. This territorial gain marks a significant development on the Eastern Front more than 3 years into Russia's invasion. On the same day, the U.S. administration announced halting some weapons shipments to Ukraine. The White House emphasized this decision was made to put America's interests first, following a review of our nation's military support and assistance around the world. Russian advances. Over the weekend of June 7 to 8, Russian troops reached the border of the Dnipropetrovsk region, signifying the first time the entirety of Donetsk was under Russian control, even though about a third still remains in Ukrainian hands. Although these strides might not signal a decisive breakthrough, they underscore a sluggish but steady advance by Russian forces, reflecting the broader impasse in the conflict. Strategic moves. The continuous capture of villages such as Zaporizhzhia and Yalta in Donetsk by Russian troops demonstrates a slow and steady consolidation of Russian dominance. But what's the game plan? Igor Korotchenko for National Defense magazine emphasizes establishing a buffer zone inside Ukraine to shield Russian-held regions from potential Ukrainian counterattacks. This brings us to a critical point. Could these buffer zones be mere strategic ploys for extended territorial expansion? Ukraine's defensive strategy. In response, Ukraine has shown its resilience, tactically striking back inside Russian territory. Recent drone strikes on the Kirovske airfield and the destruction of Russian military aircraft are examples of Ukraine leveraging its long-range weapons. With Russia increasing its use of unmanned aerial attacks, the necessity for advanced air defense capabilities becomes evident. And in niche, if future dependent, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelenskyy highlighted that a substantial portion of Germany's promised military aid will support the production of air defense systems. This move aligns with Ukraine's strategy to boost its capabilities, focusing on interceptors and drones. What do you think? Do these buffer zones serve a strategic purpose, or are they just another layer to the conflict's complexity? Share your thoughts below and join the conversation.